What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Big Baby Jonathan here, man. Welcome to Big Baby Sports Podcast, man. I got a very special guest, Angry Lakers Fan TV, man, joining the show, man. How is it going, man? Hope all is well with you and your family, man. Welcome to the show, man.
All right, first of all, shout out to the mob.
Hey, let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Congratulations on your 600, man. It's very good to be on your show as always, man. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. I like what you do as well. You keep it real on your show, and you don't sugarcoat anything. You don't baby anybody. That's why I watch your shows because you keep it real. You don't baby people like the other podcast people on YouTube. They baby LeBron, they baby AD, but us, Dan the Lakers fan, you and a couple other YouTubers keep it real, and appreciate 600 subscribers, man. And I'm doing a giveaway still. So y'all need to check that out. And the giveaway is the little right here. Y'all can win whoever has Xbox One, the edition of Kobe Bryant, NBA 2K21.
Hey, I got Xbox One. I would love that.
All
I'm
you
going
have
to.
to, yeah, all you have to do is just comment every podcast, every stream, and everything. And if I keep seeing you guys' names, you can win this Shaq statue right here. It's at the bottom of my drawer right here. It's a little Shaq statue, but this is also entering as well. So you feel me? But yeah, man, let's get into the show today. We got breaking news, man. LeBron James is out another couple games. We'll go first real quick. My thoughts about that. My thoughts about that in general. I feel like they're precautionary because LeBron's in that 37 year. He's 37 years old, almost 38 next year. I think he's 37, 38, somewhere around there. But they're precautionary with it. They don't want to bring him back. He tears something else. We have a season. But for me, just let AD dominate. Just let this is for Russell Westbrook to get his chance to show his. He already has talent, but to show his greatness of what he is and AD. And we're ninth right now. The Clippers and Minnesota Timberwolves have a better record than us. We need to get our bleep together. We need to get it. We need to get it together because if we continue to play like we've been playing, we will not be surprised if we don't make the playoffs. And if we don't make the playoffs, change will be made immediately because Lakers don't play around. Genie Buss don't play around with that. Rob Pelinka don't play around. And if late great Kobe Bryant was running this front office too, he wouldn't stand for what we're going through right now. He would not be. He would not like what we're doing right now as a team. He would not like it if he was in this front office. What you think, man?
I just want to say times like this. I wish Kobe was physically here. I mean, I know he's here in spirit because all these coincidences and stuff that be going on with the scores and
Mm-hmm.
all that. I mean, I know he's here in spirit, but at times I wish he was physically here because I'm sure he'll be in Rob Pelinka's ear. I'm sure he'll be in Jeannie's ear. I'm sure he'll be in practice, making sure everybody do what they got to do. If you're not doing anything, you're soft as Charmin. You're soft.
Yep. Hey, that practice that he had, man, with Nick Young, he was keeping it real. That practice, he kept it real. And he walked off the court and was yelling at Mitch Kupchak. Kobe's just a very competitor, and I know how Kobe Bryant's mind is. He would probably tweet something to take a shot at this team to get them motivated.
Oh yeah, man. Yes. I all right. Me personally, other than me wanting Kobe here physically, like we all do.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I don't know how you would feel on this. I made I answered a comment on one of my videos before.
Mm-hmm.
I was basically saying like around the time LeBron's about to be on his way out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we should start going like the young route. To
Mm-hmm.
start rebuild because look, you know how it is with LeBron led
Mm-hmm.
teams. Once he leaves, they become trash because the team is built around his play style.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of spot up shooters and all of that. You
Mm-hmm.
can't just win a game with just all spot up shooters.
Yeah.
There's no playmaking or ball handling going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should gradually, on his way out, just gradually go young and let Phil Handy guide them. Phil Handy is like a hands-on player. Like he would get out there in practice and make sure these young guys do what they got to do. What's that he got called? 90 feet of nine. This is tag handle, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He'll make sure they do what they got to do. He won everywhere he's been,
Yes, he
so
has.
he's he's my candidate. And when I read that news that he would have got elevated to head coach, that made me mad. That made me mad. I still don't know why Vogel is here.
It's because we beat the Utah Jazz probably. Remember when LeBron dunked it on when LeBron and what Russ Westbrook dunked on Rudy Gobert, and I feel like the Lakers probably thought, okay, this can work now, and then it's just like it's just not working, And I agree, Phil Henry would keep it real. He wouldn't sugarcoat. Frank Vogel does not. I feel like he's scared to get on these players' asses. He claps when we're down 30. When we're down, okay, what did we lose to a couple nights ago? I lost track of when we were losing. It's like it's
Atlanta, right?
yeah, Atlanta. And when we call the time, and Frank Vogel goes walking, walking. I was like, what is this going to do? Clapping like, let's go, guys. No, you better yell at them, scream at them. Steve Kerr a couple years ago broke a clipboard. You know, he got pissed off. He broke a clipboard, and then after the team saw that, they went on to win the game. It's like we gotta install coaches that are not afraid to get on these players' asses. And I feel like a person that would fit this culture, would fit this Lakers organization, that's not scared of anybody. Greg Popovich. I know it's not gonna happen, but that would be a perfect coach for this team. He benched Tony, or he took out Tony Parker one time for having a bad miss of defensive assignment. He took out Tim Duncan. He yelled at Manu Ginobili. He yells at these players. He doesn't. He has. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. People in the comment section down below. He had a military background. I believe.
I heard about that.
So
I
he
heard
has
about
that military background, and when people have that military background, they don't play. So I feel like we need to get a coach that has that mentality, like Greg Popovich, or even a Mark Jackson too. Mark Jackson keeps it real, and I feel like I don't know. There's other coaches, and no, Laker Nation. I saw this on Twitter. Don't mention Mike D'Antoni for this team. No,
we
stop it.
tried that. We tried
Yeah,
that.
we tried that, and it didn't work. It didn't work, and it's just unfortunate, man. Like if you were to ask me coming into the season with that trade of Russell Westbrook, Lakers are gonna be ninth in the West, I would probably look at you crazy. You know, it's like what ninth in the West? No, we're gonna be number one seed. But I feel like it's kind of having the feeling like the 2000 what 12 13 season when we had Dwight, Pau Gasol, Kobe, Lamar Odom, Antoine Jameson, Steve Blake. That superstar team. It's starting to feel like that kind of in a way. What do you think about that?
I feel you're right. I feel you're right about that. It's very unfortunate because we
Mm-hmm.
have it's that's what's so like gut wrenching. We have the talent, we just don't have the right coaching staff. Like we have the talent to go out there and beat these teams.
Yes.
Like it's just I don't know what is up with the rotations, the people not playing. I really don't know, but it's that's and the reason you just brought up is the reason why I said just let LeBron James rest of this season because we ain't it don't seem like we have any kind of identity, any kind of direction. I don't know what's going on. I really don't.
I also too. I think the loss of Jason Kidd and Lionel Hollins on that coaching staff, losing them two
Yes,
kind of big part. You
yes,
know.
yes, and I'm hearing that even though I already knew Jason Kidd and Lionel Hollins was a big part of that championship. Vogel didn't do that by himself.
No,
You
he
know,
didn't.
he
Yeah,
didn't
help.
he didn't do none of that. It was them with addition of having LeBron and Rondo
Yeah,
out.
and losing Rondo too. Like he was on the back end of the bench. He goes to Cleveland, dominate now. Having like 18 points, 10 assists, four steals, a couple of blocks, like 2 or 3 blocks. I'm like Rondo doing this, but
Yeah, I heard he was over there balling. I don't really watch Cleveland games, but I heard he was over there balling, and rightfully so. I mean, when you in a situation where you have a bonehead coach,
mm,
you gonna ball out somewhere else. That's the reason why a lot of our players go thrive somewhere else, not just because it's less of a expectation, but
mm,
they end up with better coaching half the time.
yeah, and like when yeah, like the trades, man. I got real quick, Frank Vogel. I gotta get on you real quick. Why aren't you playing Dwight Howard? Like I don't get it. He played him against Atlanta 13 minutes, and Dwight, just looks like he's disinterested out there. That's what I feel. That's what I see the energy. Anytime he gets taken out, he just gets shakes his head. And sometimes during the second half, I look on the bench. Like, where's Dwight? And I see him coming out of the tunnel, like walking to the bench. I'm like, he's back there through half the third quarter. It's like, is everything okay? And I feel like Frank Vogel and Dwight are having some type of beef, but they're not saying anything behind the scenes. That's what I feel. That's personally how I feel. And if Dwight gets traded, man, to a team that will value his play, good luck to you. Because Lakers don't want to play centers. They're trying to do a Mike D'Antoni run and gun, go small, and we get beat every time inside. It's not working. Fix it, Lakers. Just fix it.
Definitely not working. And to bring up Frank Vogel, sadly, that's people. Players watch. Players are watching. Um, Players are not going to want to sign here knowing that they have a coach that probably won't play them or won't play them right.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest fear of Malik Monk not wanting to come back is
Yeah.
because he can play great, but
Mm-hmm.
then you want to bench him,
Yeah.
which makes no. He should be starting.
Yes, he should be. He should be starting along with Dwight at center, Anthony Davis, LeBron, Malik Monk, and Russell Westbrook. And get rid of DeAndre Jordan. Like, like, why did we get him? Why did we get DeAndre Jordan? Like, I don't understand it, man. Somebody clip this on for my Twitter. DeAndre Jordan, bro. Like, me and you had beef on Twitter because you said I look like Peter Griffin.
Oh, that's
Yeah. So, and he blocked me because I kept it 100 about the Clippers that year.
no, man.
Yeah, I got the tweet and I'll show you. I gotta look back on my Instagram. I have it on my Instagram. But yeah, it's just like, why do we get DeAndre Jordan if we're not going to use him? Why do we get centers if we're not going to use him? And as far as the other assets that we have, and there's rumors about THT not being valuable. Nobody wants to take our assets for Jeremy Grant, but that's how it is. That's how the media says, oh, we ain't going to get Anthony Davis. Pelicans are not valuing the Lakers' assets. So what do you know? Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball go to New Orleans for Anthony Davis. So it's like we have. I bet you we have a trade on the table for that Russell Westbrook John Wall, and I would sweeten the deal by throwing. Don't get mad, Laker fans in the comment section. I would throw in Austin Reeves, and we get Robert Woods. Robert Woods to sweeten the deal. I would take John Wall, Robert Woods for Russell Westbrook, the first round pick. And if they say Malik Monk, that would be tough. But to get a caliber player like Robert Woods, young, athletic, block shots, run the floor, we need a athletic big man that can shoot the three too. So, what are your thoughts about that trade proposal? Would you do it if you're the Lakers, just to get rid of Russell Westbrook and get off that contract?
Would I do that? So wait, you said Russell Westbrook, Austin Reeves,
And the first round pick.
And the first round pick?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And you get
John Wall?
Robert Woods. Talented big man, too. Young, too. So,
I mean, if we're looking at the few, damn. But they got the same kind of contract, huh? Him and Westbrook.
Yeah.
John Wall going into next year, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good trade look proposal. And also, too, I was reading real quick about like Eric Gordon possibility. And I was reading like Terrence Ross for us, Harrison Barnes, Buddy Hield. And speaking of Buddy Hield, we reached out to the Kings. THT, they said no, but I feel like that's just Sacramento trying to up Buddy Hield's value. But there's going to be a team that's going to take a chance at Westbrook too. Like, we're going to interested to see. But would you accept that trade for Westbrook? And I got another team that might be interested in Westbrook as well. You probably saw it on Twitter. Danny Lakers fan tweeted it out too about the Knicks.
About the going to and we getting Evan Fournier's. Wait, who they say Evan Fournier? Did they mention Kemba Walker?
Kemba Walker and Alex Burks and the first round pick. I would do that
for Westbrook.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat because we get Kemba Walker, talented
You
point guard, Evan Fournier, backup shooting guard too, and that's the thing though. I know how teams are gonna try to get these players from Lakers. Okay, I'll take that, but just throw in Malik Monk and Austin Reeves, and we'll do it. Bet you. Teams like Austin Reeves' game. He's talented. Along with Malik Monk and I saw a couple other trades too. Rumors about the Pacers, for Miles Turner. And yes, I would trade Austin Reeves, Russell Westbrook, and a couple other players for Miles Turner. I know Austin Reeves talented, love his game, hit that game winner, but Miles Turner, man, is a talented big man that we need.
when healthy, Miles Turner is excellent. I mean,
Yes.
like you said, he can block shots. He can shoot the three at a decent range. Um, he's going to be great as next to AD because they can both stretch the floor and they can rim protect. So that'd be awesome. I would do Miles Turner trade if it's possible. I know he's injured right now, right?
Yeah, he's injured.
But that Knicks trade is sounding good too, because you're getting back a point guard in that trade that can score. You ain't got to worry about the paint being clogged because he can score from anywhere.
Yeah.
And Evan Fournier is not no slouch. And you getting what you said a first round pick back with that,
Yeah.
and that's setting us up for the future.
Yeah. But like that's a good trade though too. And I just when we got Westbrook, we traded Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and KCP. At the time, cool, let's run it. But I feel like we should have got Buddy Hield instead because I feel like if LeBron has shooters, it goes well. LeBron's doing his thing 19th season. MVP conversation. I feel like if we were winning, but it's just something about Westbrook and LeBron, AD doesn't work. Oh, it may take a year and a half to get it work, but just I don't see that chemistry with those three yet. Like I just don't see it. I don't see like anytime LeBron throws it to Westbrook, Westbrook drops it, and when LeBron's like, vice versa, and it's just like anytime Westbrook clocks the paint and they just stand around and let Westbrook go 1-on-1. It's like rotate, cut. Same with LeBron. When LeBron gets at the top of the key or in the post, back down and everybody just standing and watching. If you run and cut, LeBron's gonna throw it to you. Have your hands up. But no, they just want to stand. But he knows a lot of those fadeaways lately. But it just feels like 80 feels like this season is like I don't know. It just doesn't feel like we care this year about winning. It doesn't. Like I know we put the team together, but just certain games where it just seemed disinterested, lackadaisical, and y'all know if you saw that video, Phil Handy and LeBron getting into it. Did y'all see that one?
I didn't. I personally didn't see that. Was it on Twitter?
No, yeah, it was on Twitter, but there was like a video of them just arguing and like, there was some like audio, I believe audio saying, "Hey, why you yelling at me for? You always do that bleep every time." It's like it's just like, and also too, the Dwight and AD thing, they got into it on the bench. It's just been, if when that happened, if I was an organizational Lakers, I would say, okay, having a team meeting, Frank Vogel, you're gone. Phil Handy, you're the coach. I'm trading these players, and let's start over. And here's the thing too, we haven't heard any reports about players only meeting with this Laker team. No players only meeting. We don't hear any of that. So that's telling me is we don't got the chemistry. Usually, if you have chemistry, you have a team meetings behind the scenes, and it gets leaked out. But I feel like they don't have any team meetings personally with like LeBron, AD, like team meetings. I never see that. I saw it when we first got AD. I saw a team meeting, in Vegas, but I don't see anything this season. Like what's going on? Like overall, I gave this season so far an F, complete F. Even though LeBron's having a good season, dominating, scoring, scoring really good, doing his thing. But it's just an F because we have expectations of winning championships. We ain't come here to make the playing tournament, get bounced up. Oh, congratulations, made the playing tournament. We'll try again next year. No, if we lose, don't make the playoffs. Losing playing tournaments, failed season. You know who had that mentality? This guy right here. It's all about
Oh yeah.
championship. You know, we,
Oh yeah.
we don't we don't sit here and celebrate. Oh, we went to the Western Conference Finals. Oh, Clippers celebrate that. Clippers celebrate those type of things. Clippers put selfies up. Us Laker fans, we celebrate rings. We celebrate these, man. We celebrate these. You know,
Clippers. The Clippers, the only team in yes, I'm saying Staples Center that don't have championships up.
you know, yeah, Staples Center. Let's get it.
They the only team that
But
plays in there that don't have championships up.
yeah, that's true.
You
It's
you can't beef with the Lakers yet. Y'all still got to get past the Sparks.
hey, but I was gonna say the Rams might be in the conversation too because they're about to be in the Super Bowl. Well, they're already in the Super Bowl, and it's just the Rams are gonna win the Super Bowl partly most likely because I don't trust the Bengals for some reason. I feel like the Bengals got there, they beat the Chiefs. I feel like the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl, and then USC, then the Dodgers, and then kind of LA Galaxy, and then you're going to see Chargers, and then I feel like the Chargers have more realistic shot at winning the Super Bowl before the Clippers.
It's crazy because I was just talking about this earlier. Speaking of Super Bowl, back-to-back years where the Super Bowl hosts the home team.
Yeah.
Just imagine. Okay, just imagine if this year being at SoFi Stadium, right? It was Rams versus Chargers in the Super Bowl.
It would be a Rams home game. It would be.
It'd be an LA win either way.
True. Yeah. If my Chargers lose, I'll cuss them out. And if the Rams won, 'cause I want the Rams to win so we get another just another ring for LA because nobody won it last year in LA. No, well, no, the Braves won the MLB World Series, and it's just time for LA to get back to the winning championship. I liked how Dodgers won it and Lakers won. That 2020, I know, like sports wise, it was crazy season, crazy stuff going on, but winning the championship, you know, best feeling ever winning championship. Oh, it's in the bubble. No, it doesn't matter. It's a championship. Because if the Lakers didn't win it and Milwaukee won it, they would congratulate them and they would say it counts. But when we win one of these, it doesn't count according to the people. But this is what it's all about: winning rings. We don't care about um, regular season wins. We care about. So at the end of the day, we strive for is this: if we make the playoffs, play in tournament, and win one of these, I'm okay with. It. But if we don't, it's failed season.
Look, man, it's just too many followers in the world. If there was no such thing as a Skip Bayless, it wouldn't be called a bubble ring or a Mickey or none of that.
Yeah.
Everybody be saying, "Oh, we won a championship." A championship is a championship. The Lakers
Yep.
wasn't the only team there.
True.
We just
Yeah.
happened to come out on top.
Yep. We came out on top, and I feel like that would have been awesome if it was at Staples Center, though. Like it would have been crazy to go watch that at Staples Center live. That AD shot and just in general.
And we're still owed a parade.
Yeah, the hashtag I want my parade. Damn it in the comment section down below. People that listen to this later tonight. You know, you know I. We're gonna switch subjects real quick, man. Who is your favorite wrestler of all time?
The Rock.
Mine too.
Mm.
Just bring it.
Just bring it. Just
Yeah.
bring it, jabroni. But I find myself watching a lot of like I did last night, watching old wrestling clips. I was actually watching The Rock versus Triple H, The Rock versus Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Rock. I love wrestlers that not only is entertaining in the ring, but that can
Hmm.
sell the fight. And Rock was always the type that was great on the mic. He can
Hmm.
sell the fight whether he's getting his ass beat or not. he
Yeah.
can he can sell
Yeah.
the fight.
I like him and Stone Cold, but The Rock would sell that Stone Cold Stunner. Like he would get Stone Cold and he would flop, and I like that too. And I like old school wrestling back in the day with Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kane, Undertaker, Dudley Boys, you know, Hulk Hogan and all that. But now it's just predict. Like I know, it's just not fun to watch anymore. That's how I feel. What do you
Question.
think? Yeah,
Okay, before I answer your question, I'm gonna answer you question first
yeah,
because I do want to answer your question.
yeah.
Who's on your wrestling Mount Rushmore?
Ooh, that's a good one. Like top five or
Yeah, you
just
can do top five, but top four.
okay. The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, Undertaker, and fuck, who's that fourth one? So many. Not damn, so many. And no, I'm not putting John Cena.
Me either. He's not even on my top 20.
Because to be honest, I feel like he kind of ruined the WWE, in my personal opinion. But
He
it's
did.
just, you know.
He
Oh,
did.
mankind! You got mankind in there too.
Man, you know what? I used to hate Mankind because look, when I was before The Rock came about, uh, I was a huge Undertaker fan, and
Uh, oh,
I
hmm.
hated those boiler room matches that they had. It was, and Mankind always came out on top.
Yeah,
I hated Mankind for the longest,
yeah,
but I do love his Cactus Jack persona.
yeah. You know, who I forgot to put on there Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar is a beast.
Yeah, you got Randy Orton, Batista. You know,
Randy Orton is my favorite ruthless aggression wrestler.
yeah, and Ric Flair. You got. There's so many, man. I gotta look back on the roster, man. So many, you know, so many
Hmm.
great wrestlers. But now it's just no, no. It's just not. It's not as entertaining anymore.
It's not. And to answer your question that you asked me, I faithfully every week watch wrestling from 1989 to 2014, and I seen the product going downhill a lot, but I still gave it a chance. What really was the straw that broke the camel's back for me is when they had Undertaker lose to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I didn't care about the Brock Lesnar loss. You know, that's more realistic. You
Yeah,
know, he's a former UFC champion, big dude, more realistic.
yeah,
Had him lose to Roman Reigns.
yeah. They should have put. They should have the Rock fight him.
I've been wanting to see a Rock versus Undertaker WrestleMania or a Sting versus
Yeah,
Undertaker WrestleMania.
or
You even had
Goldberg.
Shawn Michaels lose to him twice, but you had
Yeah,
Roman Reigns win.
yeah, and then yeah, I agree with you, bro. Because it's like, yeah, I kind of lost interest when that happened. And John Cena just, you can't see me. Like, like, come on, man.
John Cena, he one of the biggest hypocrites. You know, he talked down on The Rock for doing what he do, but then he's
He
getting all these
does.
movie roles.
Yep. You know, it's a they. I know it's like part of the skit and acting, but I feel like they had personal beef behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Who would win in the actual real fight, John Cena or The Rock?
Well, since the Rock is black and Samoan, he got that Samoan strength. I would have to go with the Rock.
Yeah, me too. You know, and yeah, man, I just want to change it up a bit at the end, and because you have that intro, you know that you do that. Was it N? What was it? What was the intro? NWO.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're a talented group too. You know, Dudley Boys and everything, man.
That the Dudley Boys are actually my all-time favorite tag team. The Dudley Boys, then the New Age Outlaws. Actually, the New Age
Mhm.
Outlaws was the reason why I was a huge DX fan. They was
Yes.
like my favorite people to watch in DX was the New Age Outlaws, and of course NWO. Uh, it's the only time I actually liked Hogan. Basically,
Yeah. Hmm.
was in the
Yeah.
NWO.
Yeah, man. But Angry Lakers fan TV, man. Go ahead and tell them where to find you. Go ahead and tell them where to subscribe and follow, man. And floor is yours.
All right, y'all. Y'all can follow me on YouTube at Angry Lakers Fan T.V. Angry Lakers Fan TV. You can follow me on Twitter at Angry Laker Fan 83. And that's why I'm at mostly YouTube and Twitter.
Thank you so much for coming on. And Laker Nation, keep supporting the channel. Keep doing your thing, Lakers. And let's get it together, Lakers. Let's turn the season around, man. Appreciate you coming on, man.
No problem.